case on the news.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down! 180!
Shot 53! Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 19-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just... didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First down, Raiders.
Right down. 180. Shoot! 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 Right down. That's it.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
694. Bravo.
Now Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes. and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Carr gives to Rashard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The end result, 21 yards. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
That's caught by Jackson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Running is Jacobs, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Jacobs, the first-round pick out of Alabama. He's acquitted himself quite nicely in this first half of the season, taking over as the #1 option in Oakland. Had 2 touchdowns in the opening Monday night win over Denver, and he delivered 2 more, plus his first 100-yard game in London Week 5 as the Raiders took down the Chicago Bears. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I can't believe they let you play.
Now Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They're hauling it in, Nelson. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Down. Wide 8. Took the mic. I'm coming after you. Hey, 734. That's it.
On first down, Richard. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
OP.
To throw his car. He completes it to Nelson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Richard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Washington on 3rd and short. Shifts by him. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
End of the 3rd quarter of play.
Let's go.
Raiders 41, Eagles
Check
nothing.
53 flight. I got one.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
A gain of 28 yards there, and give them a 1st down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
On the draw, Richard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Jeffrey's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Now Wentz. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's caught by Jackson, and some room to work. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Deshaun Jackson, 55 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Caught by Nelson. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 54 yards, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
but that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. One final try now for Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.